Hello and welcome back to Plant Vixen. Now today I am going to make a totem pole with coconut fibre, a stick, and I'm going to put a crystal on the top as well just for the prettiness. The other thing I needed is jute string. You can get that anywhere really. All of the stuff can actually be bought at Mitre 10 except for the crystals, which I ordered online. But you can get them cheaper elsewhere. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to put a little line of hot glue on the bottom of my crystal, and I'm going to put the end of it at the base like this. Just flatten it down a wee bit, and that's just going to secure that end in tight for when I wrap this round. So come up to where the glue finishes, and I'm just going to use my glue as I go around just to stick itself down to itself a wee bit, and just makes it last a bit longer as well. Right, so there we go, on there, round we go. Just going to wrap that around. And a wee bit more glue on the... So I'm just chasing that wee bit of glue I put on before, just to so it's not messy all over. You got one wee lump in the back. Just wrap that round and round like this, and push it into that glue, making sure the front looks really, really tidy as well. So now I'm getting down to the base. It's going to get a wee bit trickier at the base because of the corner. Let's go around a couple more times. One. And I'll just put a wee dot on the front here just to help secure it so it doesn't slip off when it's been sitting on the shelf for a couple of months. Just like that. So I've done it right around to the bottom edge of the crystal. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a big dab of glue on the top of my post, and that's just going to secure that crystal down a wee bit, just to give it a bit of stability on the pole. Now because I don't keep my plants in direct sunlight, hot glue is absolutely fine. From there, just stick that on and just hold it on strong. Just let it set. Right. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my jute and go around where that glue is pushed down and just settle it in there a wee bit like that. So that is the crystal on top, and I'm just going to tie it off on top of there. Now don't worry about what your knots look like, because they are going to be covered with the cocoa coir very soon. I'm going to put a wee dot of glue in there again. Oh, where did that go? Yeah. So, a wee bit more hot glue. And this is just going to stabilise it for the future. You don't see this bit. This bit will be underneath the cocoa coir, or coconut fibre. Right, so just pull this knot through like that. Nice and tight. So, that is the beginning of my totem pole. So the next thing I need is my cocoa coir. So just untangle this a wee bit and pull it apart, as I don't want it to be big and lumpy. So I'm just going to stretch it out a wee bit. I'm so glad I put a drop sheet down. This stuff's making a mess. Alright, so you lift your string up. I might use that nice edge there and just wrap it on firmly on like this. Like that. And I like to make the top look tidy. Right, sorry, my camera ran out of space in its memory card. So what I'm doing is I'm just wrapping this on nicely so it sits nice and tidy at the top. When I go to wrap this, when I go to put the next bit on the the jute string. So from there I'm going to go on, and in the same direction as I've wrapped my coconut, I'm just going to really tightly pull on my, and I'm going to do it quite close to itself in here. Twist it down. It's making it look good. A minute. I might go just a wee bit further apart and crisscross it on the way back up. I think. Pull that cocoa in. So to the next bit. So my next bit of coconut husk. Pull that apart again. And I'm just going to go at the bottom point of this and wrap that on nice and firm like that. And then just tucking in wee bits that are falling out as well on the way down. Look tidy. Would you look tidy for me, please? I need it to be tidy. I don't like mess. And weave on. So that there's not quite thick, so just push that up and bring it down, just so the whole pole's about the same thickness right round. Right, so I'm just going to put a wee twist knot in there just to hold it, because I don't want it coming undone as well. Just like that. So I get the next bit and pretty much just work all the way down to the base. Like so. Down to here. And same thing, just pop it on and twist it down. Now where you get your joins, you're either going to get big thick lumps, or it's going to end up really thin just from where you join it. So I just play with it a wee bit of trial and error, and make it look good all the way down. Going down here, getting this stuff all over me. Alright, another bit. So I like to do it in pieces just so it comes out quite nice and tidy as well, and it doesn't end up all lumpy and bumpy. And remembering, just when you put it on, put it in the same direction as your string, so that it doesn't untwist when you're pulling it tight. It sort of pulls it tighter to itself. Like so. Right. And there. Tuck it in as I go. Excuse me. Right. So I'm going to put a little bit more on the bottom of this pole. And like this. Give it a twist on so it tightens it all at once. Like that. And follow it down. So now that I'm getting to the base of it, because it's going to be in my pot to about there, I think it's about the depth of my pot. So what I'm going to do is when I get down here towards the bottom, I'm just going to put a wee knot in it. So just the way I do it is I just twist like that and fold it over. So it's like if you knit a knitting stitch. And just tie that off there. I'm going to grab my hot glue again and just secure that knot that I've just done. And don't worry about if you get glue on it, because all you do is get a wee bit of husk and push it on and it makes it invisible. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to wrap like I did with the crystal at the top, just to tidy it up a wee bit, because I don't like loose ends. I don't like them looking mucky or messy. So go round and round like this. And I'm just going to trim these little loose ends here. I should not be using these scissors for this, but that's okay. Right. So pull it nice and tight so it doesn't come undone. And that just makes your end look tidy as well. Some people prefer not to, they just tie it off, which is absolutely fine. You can do that if you'd like. Where did that go? There. Right, so just stick it this way, and it's going to come around, do one of my little loop knots again over the top, and that will just secure the first stage, and then come around. I'll just tie a series of complex knots. So 1, 2, like that, and then I'm going to get my hot glue gun and just put one more on that wee dot so it doesn't come off. It doesn't need much, just the smallest amount on there, and just conceal it a couple more times round like that, and let it set. And the next thing I like to do, so I just trim that little loose end, is go up my coir pole and just take off all of the little spindly bits that are sticking out, poking out, because I don't like that. I like it to look clean and tidy. And you don't need to throw these bits, all these wee bits I'm trimming off, don't throw them out, because you can add them to your potting mix when you're mixing. So it's sort of two birds, one stone for this. Make it look really tidy. I don't want any loose bits hanging out, because I'm a bit of a neat freak like that. So there we go, that is a amethyst coir pole, and I'm going to chuck that up in my monstera. So wish me luck. So I'm going to do another one in this video as well, and this time I'm going to use floral spag. So this is it's a bit stringier than the normal sphagnum moss we get. So this is our normal style sphagnum. This stuff here is a floral sphagnum that I pinched off my sister. She doesn't know I've got it. So that's what sisters are for. So I'm just using the same principle here as I did on the last one with the hot glue gun, and just wrapping it around a bit like so. Get it on there nice and firm. Oh, my telephone's ringing. My telephones are ringing. Ringing. Oh well, that happens. They can wait. They can wait. They'll ring me back. Just put a wee bit of extra glue on there just to secure it, Because the plant that I'm going to be putting this on is a bit more rampant than the Deliciosa. I'm going to put it on my Swiss cheese vine, which my Adansonii Swiss cheese vine, for this one. Alright, so up to that point, and I'm just going to put my glue on. Oh dear, what have I done? There we go. So this pole here is a wee bit thinner than the last one, so I'm just going to put extra on like that. Like that. Right, so that'd be on firm enough now. And I'm just going to, as before, wrap down into that glue, the excess glue. It's not going to do too much damage. Alright, like that. So, as before, I'm going to grab the sphagnum moss. I'm just going to pull it apart a wee bit, give it a bit more oomph. This one's going to come in quite a line, which is good. So, here, and I'm just going to tidy it in at the top, like so, without making it lumpy, because I don't want the lumpy bits. And in the same direction as what you will be twisting your rope, your twine, jute twine. So when you do twist it on, you just get in there, end up with really nice, even looking pole. So pull that down as I go. So this pole is a bit thinner than the other one, but I think the spag moss looks just as good as the cocoa fibre. On here, like so. Hold that with my knees. It's just a matter of winding it on and making it look good. And the good thing about this floral moss is it does hide the jute, unlike the cocoa coir, which is actually up in here already, and I'll show you that at the end of the video, where they all sit and how they look. Right, so just stretch and pull, and just keep it looking as what's the word I'm looking for? Even as possible on your way around. The stuff's quite mouldable compared to other bits you use. So something in there that's not meant to be. There we go. Just wrapping that on all the way around. So I'm pulling the string on at the same time as I am twisting my sphagnum, floral sphagnum moss. So you do get chunks in a lot of these natural fibres. Just stretch them out, pull them out as they come, and it should make them look quite tidy. Quite tidy. So twist that on like this, and get my next bit. So this is a dry moss. It will still hold moisture, but it won't grow like the other plant mosses that you get from like Bunnings or Mitre 10 hardware stores. So just wrap that down there. So this one here will be going in my monkey mask, I think, actually. So around we go. So we're getting there slowly. It's about halfway through. The thing with this floral sphagnum moss is it does just come straight out of the bushes on the west coast of New Zealand, and you do get the occasional stick amongst it. There we go. Just twisting it around. Oh, that bit came off. Get my next bit. Stretch it out. Chuck it on in the same direction that I am twisting my jute string. Oh, that's a lump. Get out of there, lump. She's a lump, yeah. No. Oh golly, this is a lot of work. So this stuff is a bit harder to work with than the cocoa fibre, this floral sphagnum. If you have any comments on where I got this, I got this one from a place called Impress in Christchurch, but any major floral supply store will stock sphagnum moss. And we go. Almost there, a wee bit to go. Not much, but a wee bit to go down here. Let's grab the next few bits. So I've got a few wee patchy bits here that I'm just going to work in as I go. This. Oh, get on there. Starting to get top heavy now. Oh dear. I'll just get some more. Hold that in my knees. My point. Don't poke myself in the eye. Don't poke it in the eye. Right. Here. Pull it apart a bit. This is all about separating and keeping it even and nice, because you have got to look at this for as long as you've got it. Right. So this last bit on here, and spin it down. So we're almost at the end of this one. Spin that, make it easy. Oh. There we go. So I'm just twisting the pole, holding the string on one end and feeding the the spag moss at the other. A wee bit more over there. Go, just a wee bit at a time, and a tiny wee bit more, a tiny wee bit more. I think it would look good. So now I've got some lumpy bits, but they will. What I'm going to do at the end is I'm just going to spray it with some water and push those bits in, and they will just attach to themselves. The beauty of floral moss as it's quite mouldable compared to other mosses. Alright, so now I'm at the bottom of here. Turn it over and just do my little loop knot again at the top. So when you do it, I just twist it round, and the side that's on the top, the loose end, goes towards that, and that will just pull it in tight here, like so. So I'm just going to put a wee dollop of hot glue on there just to hold that knot. And I'm going to spin the jute around the pole and just make it look tidy at the bottom. Finish it off nicely. So trim those edges. Like so. And I think that's the beauty with gardens. Those things can be a little bit rough. They can be tidy. It's just all personal preference, how you want your house to look, how you want your plants to look. I haven't got many places for hanging, so all my plants that traditionally would hang, I have up on poles. So I just put a wee bit of glue at the bottom of there. trim these just so I've got some excess. Let's tie a couple of good knots in there again. So pull that tight, and one more wee dollop of glue. You don't actually see this bit. One, two, like that. So just let that settle, and trim there, like that. So now what I'm going to do is just get my spray bottle. I'm just going to spray this moss, just so I can give it a bit more shape and stick it into itself. It's damp, let's give it a, just like that. And that one is done. So I'll go and put that in my plant, and I'll get them both together so you can see what they look like, and I'll be back in a moment. So here is my monkey mask with her new rose quartz pole, and zip over here to my monstera with her new amethyst pole. So thank you very much for watching my video today. I will be back. Ooh, a bit wobbly in there. Got to stabilise that. Yeah, so thank you very, very much for watching my video today. If you enjoyed it, please share it with your friends or on Facebook, and press the wee button, I think it's down here somewhere, that says subscribe. I've got lots more videos coming, lots more plant videos, lots more plant accessory videos, and yeah, enjoy your days. Thank you very much. I couldn't do it without you.